Hi, this is Gene from Listening in Radio, KB9001MWDX and KB9001SWL, and of course my ham radio call sign WN9ZWC. I'm here today to unbox this portable radio. It's the TG88. I got it on eBay for a whopping $12.03. So I purchased it. I like to buy these small radios and check them out to see what they're about, especially for price. $12 is really nothing. The one thing I want to know real quickly here is this box. I love the box. It's very really jumped out at me when I pulled it out of the package it came, and it presents very well. It tells you everything that this radio is. It's should say FM. It says FA, AM and it's shortwave, 3-band, but here it says FM, AM and shortwave, and it is. And it also has all the attributes of the radio on the side here to tell you what's in it. But what I liked is it also had the band plan on the side here to tell you, where FM is at, where AM is at, and where shortwave is at. So that's kind of special. But anyway, I like the box. Then we get into the radio. And when I ordered this radio, I was expecting something a little bit more chintzy. And I was actually really pleased to find out that I was wrong. And it could be that technology is just coming about, and the radio manufacturing that we're seeing is getting better. But for one thing, this is a throwback. It's the exact same size as your average transistor radio, but this is a little bit better than your average transistor radio. So here's some things that I like about it. Number one, I like the case. The case is good. I certainly wouldn't drop it off a 2-story building, but I think you could probably drop this on the lawn, or if you're out camping, and it wouldn't suffer catastrophic failure. I don't think I would drop it on the concrete, but it's true of any radio that you buy. You don't want to drop it on the concrete, it'll be doomed. So the case is good. I'm kind of pleased with the case, except that maybe this battery compartment might come loose a little bit, but you just have to keep an eye on it. But that's pretty typical for any radio of this type. And so the case is good, but it also has the obligatory earphone jack. I need an earphone jack. I want one. I don't think any radio, portable radio, whether it's a tabletop portable or a handheld, they should all have an ear jack phone in them for privacy. I think that's special. Plus, I don't know, when I'm doing DX at nighttime, I need a set of headphones on so I can hear the weak signals in the distance. So I want the headphones. So it also has this neat clip on it. It has a belt clip, and I thought that was really a great idea. That was a nice added extra that they did, and actually it gave me a place to put the this long cord here. And all these radios come with these extra carrying strap or carrying line, whatever you want to call it. But I kind of like what I did with this one, and this one's on there permanently. This carrying strap is permanent because it's part of the radio. You can't take it off unless you snipped it off, and I don't want to do that. But I was able to hook it to the belt clip, and look, I made it shorter. Like you could hang this on the pegboard in your shop or in your car if you wanted to have it in your car for extra, and it would be shorter, give you access to it. But anyhow, that's that. But another cool thing is it has this really strong LED light, and I really liked it. I was playing with that in the dark last night, and I think it's really bright. It lit up the whole room, so that's kind of a big plus. An extra light never hurt anything, and if there's an emergency, you've got the radio and a light with you if you need it in an emergency. So that's kind of what this is all about for me. And it has an ease of operation. It has a simple on-off switch, and this on-off switch controls the light, and you flip it down,
decades, helping companies create serious business breakthroughs,
and it turns on the radio. So that's your on-off and LED switch. So it's pretty easy. On this side, you have the band switch, but it tells you right on here what the bands are. If you can kind of see that, it says shortwave, AM, and FM. So this is your band switch, your volume control, and your tuning control, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So it's pretty easy to operate. And I want to mention one thing that I like about it, and I was going to give this radio 3 stars, because of what it was, but I got to give this radio 4 stars. And the reason I'm giving it 4 stars is because it's a DXer. This is a DX radio, and I was a little bit surprised last night, and I stayed up intentionally kind of till around midnight because I wanted to listen to the AM reception as it came in, and I was really surprised at how well it isolated the signals that came in and distant signals. There's certain stations that I check for that are far from here, that I know of, and I know exactly where they're at on the dial, and those stations are usually out of Chicago, and it's WBBM, WLS, and WGN, and I go listening for them, and also another station I used to listen to was 1100, I believe it's WTM out of Cincinnati, or is it Cleveland? I can't remember. I think it's Cleveland. So go ahead and slap me if I'm wrong on that one. So I listened to those, and I was really surprised that I heard all of them last night, and I heard not only heard them, I heard them very well. The signal was very strong, so it did a very good job of pulling the signal in and isolating it. So we're talking sensitivity and selectivity. It did well. I would say it did on a scale of 1 to 10, it did about an 8.5. So I'm pretty pleased with that, and you can't really ask for much more than that out of one of these small radios. So some things I didn't like. I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a backlight in the dial. And if you look at this dial, it's really kind of dark, and you can't see it that well, and you can't see the indicator where it's at very well. And if it's in the dark, of course, on this it's a very short band spread when you're sitting there kind of going through it. So it moves very quickly. So I guess maybe you don't need one if you have some idea as to where you're at on the AM, FM, or shortwave band. And obviously, if you look, it goes from 49 meters down to 21 meters? Well, not quite 21 meters. But it's 5,000 kilohertz up to 18 megahertz. So, and you cover that really quickly, and you could probably just listen by ear to figure out, where you're at, especially if you're just looking for DX. So it's also, and if you'll notice, I'll try to tune the station here. The volume is fairly light on this.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio,
So that's
Thank
pretty
You Teacher,
good.
powered by donors too. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life.
So that's full out. So that's all the way down.
At iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
That's full out right there. So I guess it's pretty loud. It's not horrible.
Create your own unique scent combo.
So again,
As unique as
not a
you
bad
are.
radio for the price, for $12. This is, again, the TG88. And I think it's worth the $12. I really do. And like I said, I'm giving it 4 stars. I think it's a good portable radio to have, and this is something you can stick in your backpack too. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed the review of the TG88. Have a good day.